Hey everyone, I have a special guest on the show right now. I have Orrick. How are you, brother?
I am doing fantastic. What about you?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. It is so good, and I'm so excited to have you on the show. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm gonna actually leave it to Orrick to introduce himself formally, but he is a powerhouse. He is crushing it. He is super amazing at what he does. Serial entrepreneur, like businessman, somebody that a lot of people can really just get inspired by watching your stuff, by just following in your footsteps, and just even listening to the way you speak. You inspire me and so many people. So I'm so glad to have this, we like to say virtual coffee, but I don't have no coffee right now. Meeting with you and just dive into your whole world and really just shine some light and bring some attention to all the amazing things that you're doing right now.
The most amazing thing that just recently happened is I just won the largest speaking competition in the world called the Great American Speak Off.
I did see that. I did see that. Oh, that is so good. Congratulations. So
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. Thank you so
Wow.
much. I most definitely enjoyed myself. So the finals were so out of 30,000 individuals down to the top five, and out of the top five I emerged as the number one speaker in the world,
Wow.
standing on Grant Cardone's stage, 10x Growth Con stage, in front of 5,000 individuals, delivering my message to encourage, to invigorate, to inspire, and to uplift. I enjoy what I do. And
Oh,
I also enjoy helping others do what I do, because
yeah.
all of us have a story. All
Mhm.
of us have something that they can impact this world with. So, man, I'm excited. I'm glad to be here.
So tell everyone that is listening and tuned in right now, like, who are you and what do you do? We want to know.
Well, I'm a pastor. I'm a motivational speaker, and I just enjoy lifting people up. There was a couple years back where I was going through a rough patch in my life,
Mhm.
and I don't know if anyone noticed, but last year, over 50,000 people committed suicide. Just last year. That's not counting the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that. My job is to help to to in a sense provide this mental medication to
Mhm.
give people what they need so that they can at least survive one more day, one more week, one more month, one more year, so that they will understand their purpose and why they are living in a time such as this, because you have purpose. You have a reason for every single time your heart beats. There's a reason why you're alive. So I want to really encourage people that you have a purpose. That is my story.
Mhm. And I know you have quite a like heavy background as well. You definitely have gone through
Yeah.
some hard chapters of your life, and just from speaking to you and having, calls before, like I got to kind of understand why you do what you do. But yeah, that's a question I want to ask you is like, why? Why do you want to be that person to, inspire and take on that role? Like, what is your why?
Yeah. So I've been dead twice. I've had to learn how to walk over three times in my lifetime. When I was 5 years old, I got hit by a car, died then. When I was 11 years old, got thrown out the back windshield of a car in another deadly car accident, died again, and God kept bringing me back. And the reason it is because I have a purpose to help other people to create their purpose. So when my mom was carrying me, when she was pregnant with me, she was diagnosed with lupus, and the doctor tried his best to get my mom to abort me. But my mom, against the doctor's recommendations, decided I am going to give my baby a chance. I'm going to give life to my child. And I am so grateful that she did. And so, with that level of determination, if my mom was willing to sacrifice her life, her health, just for me to be here, I can't be mediocre. I can't be normal. I've got to fulfill my purpose upon this earth. I've got to get every ounce of potential to the surface so that I can help someone else. So that's where it all originates from, is that my mom didn't, and not to mention, my mom, she died in my arms at the age of 15 years old. And and to be able to survive all the different things that I've been through in my life, it is only a testament that I'm supposed to be here for a reason. And that reason is to encourage others so that they do not give up.
Hmm. No, I feel that deeply. And like it really shows, like the person that, and they say things happen for you, right? Not to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
all of these things that's happened to you, all of these the crazy chapters and the experiences and all of that hardship has really built you to be this man in this powerhouse that you can now take everything and really just lead. And you are such a force. Where are you from? Where you live?
High Point, North Carolina.
Okay, North Carolina. All right, all right, all right. But you help people pretty much all over the US, in
Yes.
Canada. So pretty much you're available always like via Zoom. You travel around as well, I'm assuming.
Yes, I'm always using my gift. My gift is the gift of talking and encouraging others. Whether I'm standing on a stage or sitting in front of a computer, I am constantly using my gift to help someone else. Absolutely.
I love that so much. So before you became this powerhouse and this speaker and just this inspiration for so many people, what was your, like, what did you do before for work? Like when you were just really trying to find yourself? Because I know, I get that often as well. Like I get so many DMs and emails and voice notes and phone calls. And when I'm speaking to people and I'm coaching as well, coaching my clients, I get a lot of people just telling me how hard life is right now. And
Mhm.
they're just starting out, like they probably didn't find them, like they're still on a journey to find themselves or figure out what they actually truthfully love to do. You
Mhm.
know, they're just trying to make ends meet. So a
Yeah.
lot of people are doing jobs that they don't really desire, but they're just doing it to pay the bills right now. Can you remember a time like where were you like, I don't know, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago? Like what did you start out doing? What was that kind of job and what was that like for you?
And this is the thing. I just believe that in every place, in your life, you're going to somehow exercise your gift.
Mhm.
I was a personal trainer for 10 years, when I first came out of college. And even though I was training them, I was still using my gift to encourage, to inspire, to uplift, make people, my clients were telling me things that they wouldn't even tell their spouses. And
Wow.
so I was almost, in a sense, like a counselor when they came to work out.
Yeah.
And so what I encourage people to do, that don't, just because your gift is not paying bills right now, that shouldn't stop you from crafting your gift
Mhm.
and really working on your gift. You can use your gift anywhere. I use my gift every single time I open up my mouth, whether it's at the grocery store, the gas station, wherever I am making sure that I am using my gift at all times. So, and I want to say this, whatever you do, just because your gift is not paying the bills right now, don't give up on it, because one day your gift will make room for you and it's going to bring you before great men. So whatever you do, do not give up on it because it's just not paying the bills right now. Just keep going.
Mhm. Yeah. No, it's so true. A lot of people, they have that passion, but it's like their passion isn't paying the bills or it's not even
Yeah.
making and it's not even paying the bills. It's not even generating any money. It's like $0, right? So they're like, how do I now take that passion? And I see all of you great speakers and all of you great coaches doing what you do and you really love what you do. But they're trying to figure out like how to even monetize on that. Like they just feel like throwing in the towel. And I get that all the time, more often than not. Right. So it's like
Yeah.
keep going, keep praying, keep manifesting. Now, I know
Yeah.
you and I have that in common where we are strong believers of manifestation. Do you have a certain like ritual that you do every day? Like, do you show gratitude every day? Like, is there something that you do every day that just makes up a part of you and like your thing for success, for continuously striving for that success?
Absolutely, absolutely. I have prayers and confession pages that I've
Mm,
been confessing for the last I want to say about 12 or 13 years.
wow.
And a lot of that are just now manifesting.
Mm,
So when I say, listen, don't you ever give up on your dream. Don't you ever abort the mission. It is coming. But you listen, a lot of people, they don't realize that if you just head into a particular direction, yes, you're going to get things to try to distract you or detour you or just get you off track.
yeah.
But what you got to do is just know that if I just keep going, if I just put one foot in front of the other, eventually everything is going to come to pass exactly the way that I have been planning it to come to pass.
Mhm.
So sometimes it's not that it's not coming,
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we sabotaged ourselves when we gave up prematurely.
Mm,
It's
yeah.
not that it's not coming.
Yeah.
For each people, it may come when you're 30, it may come when you're 40, it may come when you're 50, but it's coming. Whatever you do,
Yeah.
just don't give up on it because it's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely got to keep at it and, make sure you got to also find a way to self-motivate. I think that's like the number
Yeah.
one thing is people are on their path and they're crushing it. Some days they have such great days and they're like, yeah, I crushed it today. And then the next week they might be like, so they just fall into like a depression or like a state of mind where they just feel like, oh, I'm tired. I'm done. Like, I don't want to keep doing this. Or they think about like, where am I going to be in 5 years? And it starts to deter them off their track,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So how do you self-motivate? Like, what is the thing that Oric does? Like, what do you do to just keep on pushing and staying consistent and resilient every single day?
The first thing you have to do, you have to take one day at a time.
Mm,
Because if you don't do that, it can be extremely overwhelming when you don't see results quick enough.
mm,
Then you'll think that because you didn't get results today, that it's you're not going to get results for the whole month, you're not going to get results for the whole year. And before in about 15 minutes, you have discouraged yourself from your own dream. So
yeah,
what you have to do, you have to stay and live in that moment. Like today, I don't my job is to push out and get out any thoughts that is trying to get me to take my mind into next week or to the next month. No, let's focus only on today.
mm,
And then on top of that, I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can today. And
mm,
at the end of the day, this is what you should do. Pat yourself on the back.
yeah,
Tell yourself, hey, we did a great job today. It's all right. But guess what? Maybe I didn't get everything achieved that I really wanted to or accomplished today. But guess what? It's all right. I did what I could.
yeah,
Don't instantly down yourself because you can't get everything done. Listen, even God himself did something and he didn't do it all in one day. He did it in 6 days.
mm,
And so which means there are steps towards success.
yeah.
Don't get discouraged because you can't get everything done in a month or 3 months or a year. Whatever you do, just don't quit. Just don't stop going because it's coming.
Yeah, I think that's so important, taking one day at a
Yeah.
time. Because even for me, I'll admit sometimes I'll overwhelm myself because I have so many businesses that I'm running. I have so much responsibility, so many clients, so many moving parts every day. And I'm already like thinking about like the next week, the next month, the next year, 5 years, 10 years from now. And then it overwhelms me like, oh my God, there's so much to
Yeah.
do. And it doesn't even matter if I get up at 4 or 5 in the morning. It's like there's still not enough time. We got to do this. We got to do that. And it doesn't matter how much staff I have. We got to do this. We got to do that. So even for me, like I literally have to take a step back and just meditate and take one day at a time. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs can definitely relate with that because there's so many things, especially in an economy like ours right now. I'm from Toronto. A lot of people out here, our housing market is like just in shambles. Like everything is just not the way it
Mm.
was 2, 3 years ago. So,
Okay.
even being a realtor and just seeing, I have a lot of heavy conversations with people with their houses and like, just trying to relocate and all of that. And I am a counselor as well, right? Like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
helping people every day and having them cry on my shoulder and trying to be the fixer and everything.
That's right.
right?
Yep.
We're fixing it. We're fixing everyone's lives every day and fixing their businesses and fixing their personal lives. So for me as well, I definitely do practice taking one day at a time. And it's natural for people to do that and be so hard on themselves, but you just got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, I got this. Everything's going to work out, and just trust in the process and put God first. That's the way you got to do it.
That's right. And when there's no one else there to encourage you, you have to learn how to encourage yourself.
Yes.
You have to. It
Yeah.
is a must
Yeah.
because listen, you're going to run into a lot of people who are,
Yeah.
yeah, you're going to run into a lot of people who are going to be jealous,
Yeah.
who are not willing to put in the work that you're putting in. And they're thinking that it's just coming easy to you. But no, I'm putting in work.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a lot of people who are going to try to sow negativity
Yeah.
into you, trying to make you feel bad for being blessed, for
Yeah.
working hard.
Yeah.
And so you've got to be able to dispel all of that negativity and just stay focused
Yeah.
and know who you are.
Mhm.
Because if you don't know who you are, people will try to try to convince you that you're something that you're not. And so
Exactly. You got to know where you are so you know where you're going. That's like the key, exactly. So, how do you balance your, I saw a ring on your finger as well,
yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
So, how do you balance your business and your personal life?
Oh man. Well, me and my wife, we've been married for 16 years now. We have four children and three girls, one boy. The boy came last. I guess he just said, "Man, I'm
Just
showing
pushing
up.
for the
I'm
boy. You're
coming."
pushing for the boy.
And it is truly a balance.
Yeah.
And that's what people, so what I have to do, I have to strategically balance my life because I'm not only a father
Yeah.
and a husband, I'm also a pastor as well. So I'm truly balancing. You got to learn almost like time is very precious to me. And so when I give someone an hour of my time, I am all in.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else that's going to pull me out of that moment.
Yeah.
So anytime I'm spending time with my wife or my kids, they know that I'm all in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm not spreading myself too thin, I guess, in a sense.
Yes.
And so that's what you have to do. You got to be able to multitask. And as entrepreneurs, we have to constantly
Yeah.
multitask. And so that is something that every person has to learn how to do.
Yeah. Wow, 16 years. Congrats. My 15-year wedding anniversary is next month, and we've been together
Oh,
for
wow.
years. So we're close. We're on that
Congratulations.
journey. Yeah, we're close to
Absolutely.
our wedding years for sure. That's amazing. Yeah. Even for me, sometimes I just end up having to involve my husband in my business. Just so, like, if I'm traveling for business, I'll be like, hey, come along, and just try to keep that balance. And I just don't like to go so long without seeing each other, especially when you're traveling. It's hard sometimes to just show up and be that person that they need you to be. So you always got to reflect. And I think it's such a big part, especially being a business owner, is just self-reflecting every night and just think about, like, okay, how can I do things better? What did I do today? How could I have communicated better? Like, how could I be a better husband or a wife or a father or mother, right?
Yeah.
There's so many
Yeah.
things. So I'm going to leave you with one last question.
Okay.
If you could have any type of superpower, what would it be and why?
If I can have
Yeah.
anything I wanted, right?
Any superpower, what would it be and why?
Okay. I would say I would love the power, or I guess you could call me Resurrection Man.
Mm,
I want the ability to resurrect anyone who did not live up to their full potential while they were living on this earth and give them a second chance. Give them the opportunity. As soon as I resurrect them, I'm going to lay out for them everything that they were meant to do,
mhm.
their purpose, everything, and give them another opportunity to live out their purpose so that they can live a fulfilled life. That's what I would love to do.
I love that. I love that so much. That's such a good power. I hope you get that power. We just get blessed with all these superpowers. Just
Absolutely.
make it happen.
Absolutely.
Oh, that is
Absolutely.
so awesome. It was so nice having this chat with you. I loved every moment of it. Tell the viewers right now and people that are tuning in where they can find you, where they can follow you. If you have something you want to maybe, say to everyone listening, just take the time, brother, and do it right now.
Yes, so you can most definitely connect with me on Facebook, Orrick Quick, Orrick Quick, Quick. On Instagram. You can also look me up on YouTube, Chip on Shoulder. That was the speech that I won the competition with. I got a chip on my shoulder, and I've got something to prove. Chip means converting hell into profit.
Ooh,
And so I want to teach individuals, coaches, speakers, how they can turn their worst day into their most profitable day. You can use your story as leverage to be able to benefit from your turmoil or anything you've been through in your life, because people want to know, how did you survive your storm? How did you get through that? How did you survive a house fire back in 2016? How did you survive at the age of 15 years old, your mom dying in your arms? How did you survive all these different adversities that showed up at your door? How did you do that? How did you do that? And so that's what I want to do, is show individuals, teach them, coach them that, number one, you have the opportunity to be anything you want. And so you can be the number one speaker in your industry as well. The only thing you need is the right coach and the right coaching. That's all you need. And so that's what I do, is really help individuals. So if you're looking for the right coach, if you're looking to become a speaker, I have a program where I literally can take you from 0 to 60, where maybe you've never spoken before in front of a crowd, whatever the case may be. I have tools, techniques that will teach you how to start your speaking career. If you follow my coaching program, if you do exactly what I ask you to do, I guarantee you in 30 days, you're going to be completely wowed as to how much progress you have made in those 30 days. But the only thing you just need the right coach and the right coaching.
yeah.
So I'm Orrick Quick, chip on shoulder. And if you want to hook up with me, you can most definitely do that on Instagram and Facebook and on YouTube as well.
That is so awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming and, just joining us here. I hope you guys all got value out of our conversation. If you did, please make sure to hit subscribe and like and share this video, everyone. You know me, I'm Falesha Raquel, and thanks so much. I can't wait to have you on again in the future. I would love to
Absolutely.
again, but it's bye for now. So take care, everyone, and thanks for tuning in.